Welcome fellow ToyHound fans and viewers. This is ToyHound here to review a Hasbro Star Wars Mission Series Death Star Han Solo and Chewbacca 3 3/4 inch figures. And here it is in the package. It shows Darth Vader. It's for 4+, ages 4+, and that's the action figures in the package. They don't have a lot of articulation, but they still look pretty interesting. It's got the Star Wars logo right there, Mission Series Death Star, Han Solo and Chewbacca. It's got the Hasbro logo and the number 7. It's got Han Solo and then Chewbacca. Here's what it looks like on the back. It's got a photograph from the movie Star Wars. I forget which movie it's from, but if you know, you can leave a comment down below. There's other information right there, the other ones that you can collect, and of course more information. Really not that important. And next I'll show you out of the package. And here, as you can see, is the Star Wars Hasbro Mission Series Death Star Han Solo and Chewbacca 3 3/4 inch action figures out of the package. And here they are. And the design of them is very similar to the action figures from the 70s and 80s, where there's not really much articulation to them. They're very simple in articulation. There's no bendable elbow joints or anything. I think they did have a series where it had bendable joints, but the bummer part about it is you pay like $10 for 2 of these, but there's not really much articulation to them, and they're kind of hard to stand. Like this one, when I pulled it out of the package, it kind of has a little bit of a rubbery plastic to it. It's stiff plastic, but when you pull it out of the package, it doesn't exactly want to sit flat, so you kind of have to bend it a little bit. And this one does look similar to Harrison Ford, the movie actor Harrison Ford. And I'm not a real expert on Han Solo, so I'm not real sure what this blaster is called, but this is his weapon. And they even have wrinkles molded in on his hand, which is kind of weird, but there is nice molded in detail on this figure for the limited articulation. It's too bad you can't store his gun on the inside of this. That would have been cool. Still cool. And there's Han Solo, and Chewbacca is actually one of my favorite characters. So I kind of mainly got it for Chewbacca. But as far as him, he's like a tall, furry, almost like a Sasquatch and a dog all in one. I think I watched one clip and George Lucas said that the inspiration for Chewbacca kind of stemmed from his one pet dog. But it's very nice and molded in detail. And this is like his bow and arrow weapon. His bowcaster, I think that's what it's called. And I had this plastic around it because I don't want the pieces to fall off of it. So it is kind of finicky. And this piece right here, it does come apart. But it's kind of a pain in the butt to put back together, so I'm not really going to mess with it too much. And it does rest in his hand like that. And you can pull it out. A lot of nice molded in detail. And his bandolier, right here, nice molded in detail. It's not a separate piece, it's all molded in one. That's not removable. Just foot. Leg, I mean. And there is spots where you could put it into like a play set or something, or like a stand. made in China, and it says a little information on there on the bottom. That's what it looks like on the back. And articulation, his head don't really move. His arms moves all the way around, back and forward. So he could be like a, it's the zombie articulation. That's what I call it. Or you could do the Chewbacca zombie, which is kind of funny. And his bowcaster just kind of fell apart. But it's still a good toy. And I guess depending on how much articulation you want for a figure, I mainly got these because it'd be cool to have a Chewbacca action figure. I never had one before. And I've always been a fan of the Millennium Falcon. As you know, Han Solo, he does pilot the Millennium Falcon, and Chewbacca kind of hangs around with him too. And so I just thought I'd show you that one. And that was also produced by Hasbro years ago too. And that's really all I have to say. Is it well worth picking up for more than $10? Like I said, it's all about your preference, and if you really want, I'd say if you pick it up for over $10, you get it for the Chewbacca, not really for Han Solo. Just my preference. And that's all I really have to say. If you'd like to see more videos, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and stay tuned for more reviews.